about the frog and how you play him.
Cartwright made a foul.
Cartwright made a foul. I'm gonna do something crazy.
What? What is this craziness you propose?
I'm going to, for the purpose of something I hate that they do in the NBA, but I'm gonna do it anyway. I'm gonna load manage my best player.
Oh no, not that.
I just realized, since you don't watch a lot of the NBA, are you aware of what load management is?
Yeah, you like sit guys for a whole game just because you don't want them to get exhausted.
Yes. I wasn't asking that to be disrespectful. I just didn't know if you knew the term because you don't really watch the NBA.
No, but I've heard of it because people whine and complain about it.
It drives me crazy coming from a city that has the Iron Man of baseball. Like the idea of just sitting somebody out just because.
Right? Oh, I'm tired. It's like, well, that's why we don't play 24/7. You should have slept.
About when I was a kid, if I was not feeling well, I would tell my mother, "Give me Tylenol. I'm going to school. If Calvert can play if Calvert can play every game for the Orioles, I can go to school."
Sure.
No, that's true.
But like, my thing with the whole like, oh, you know, whatever player needing rest, it's like, okay, every other job out there, if you're like, oh, I need the rest, they're like, well, that's why you have a day off whenever your day off is scheduled. Like, you know what I mean?
And if you really think about it, and yes, I'm not going to sit here and say professional athletes don't travel more than regular people. But if you really look at it, like if you look at a baseball team schedule, generally speaking, they're playing 5 games a week.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes 6. But it's very rare. I mean, and if you look at if you think about a full-time worker, a full-time like you and me worker.
Yep.
Generally speaking, now, you know, my job being in the fire department is a little different. But generally speaking, you work a 40-hour week with, you know, you work 5 days and you're off 2.
Yeah, but five games of baseball is like 20 hours or something like that. And that's like on the long end, you know what I mean?
Well, yeah, I'm just saying, like...
Yeah. But my point is, like, all of the pro sports, racing, any of them, right? Like, after 4 hours, it's usually done. It doesn't matter, like, what the professional sport event thing is. Almost none of them run more than 4 hours.
I'd even be willing to give you 5 on the absolute long end.
Right. Yeah, like your double, triple overtimes and like 17 inning games or whatever. Yeah. But that's extremely rare.
Tell me why I decided to bench my best player. Tell me why I decided to bench my best player.
Load management.
Oh, okay.
I can't tell if I... Yeah, I got the three dunks with Jones. Okay, so I need to do that one more time. Oh, Kukoc needs points. 30 points in a game with him. That's a lot. Cartwright needs 20 points in the paint. 30 assists.
One of the other reasons I decided to load manage him for this game is the Kings aren't one of the better teams in the league, so I should be able to beat them without him.
Oh, there you go.
Like, load management to me makes sense in a way, in one respect. I mean,
right.
if you're doing it strategically, like, if you're, like, now, see, here's one of the reasons why load management became such a big deal, because the biggest team in the early 2000s that was doing it was the San Antonio Spurs, and the league was pissed at Greg Popovich because he benched all 3 of the San Antonio Spurs star players for a nationally televised game.
Mm-hmm.
And the NBA was pissed. They're like, you know, you're on national TV, you're on TNT, so, you know, everybody.
So people sitting on the bench.
everybody that you know in the country that has TNT can watch the Spurs, who wouldn't normally be able to. You know what I mean? And yet Tim Duncan, Manu Ginobili, and Tony Parker are all sitting on the bench.
Now to ask a question here, because I don't know those players or whatever, did they protest being sat for load management?
No.
See, now, I could be wrong, I might be crazy, but I think a guy like Jordan would have been like, what? Get me in there.
Oh, yeah. I mean, like I said, I come from a town that has Cal Ripken. To me, load management is a joke.
Well, the thing is, like, you look at any of the, like, sports, like, hockey or football or whatever, where, you know, the top guys do rotate out for a rest for whatever reason, right? Like, like football. You know, if your defense has been out there for 10 plays in a row, yeah, you're going to want to shuffle a couple guys out to give them a breather. You know, just, okay, you know, take 1 or 2 plays, grab some Gatorade, and get back in there, right? Something like that, okay, it makes sense.
I mean,
for them to be out for a couple plays. Not... But, like, you don't go, okay, well, I'm not going to play Ray Lewis because he's played 11 out of 12 weeks. He needs some load management.
Well,
you know what I mean?
Well, here's the thing, you may end up getting heated about this because I know how you feel about the DH. To me, the DH is baseball's answer to load management. Because what the DH was originally designed for and what it's being used for now are two totally different things. It was designed so that a player that couldn't physically play the field anymore but could still hit still had a place in the league. Those guys like Edgar Martinez, Frank Thomas in his later years, things like that. What it's being used for now is, because nobody really has a pure DH on their roster anymore, what it's being used for now is, okay, we have a guy who needs a day off from the field, so we'll just put him at DH.
Yeah.
Even the DH isn't being used for what it was originally intended for anymore, for the most part.
Yeah.
I mean, if you ask me right now, would I prefer pitchers hitting or do I prefer the DH? I'm going to tell you pitchers hitting every time. That being said, I'd be a hypocrite saying to you that I don't have a soft spot in my heart for the DH because it extended the careers of two of my favorite players from when I was a kid, Eddie Murray and Edgar Martinez. Without the DH, the last 5, maybe even 10 years in Edgar Martinez's case because of injury, when that made him not be able to play the field, those guys became Hall of Famers because they were able to extend their career. So, I mean, the DH does serve a purpose. Has it become something that it was never meant to be? Yeah, but that's mainly because of analytics.
Yeah. But the thing is, prior to 73, there was no DH.
I understand that.
Throughout the history of baseball, there was never a DH until 1973.
I'm with you. I'm not trying to give you a pro DH speech. What did
I think it's just an abomination to the sport. Now, I get it. It's there. It's never going to go away. I would have and I still say I would support having 9 DHs, because then it makes sense, because, okay, you have 9 hitting, because every team has 9 hitting slots. Usually, under the current rules, your 8 fielders take up the 8 spots, and your DH takes up the 9th. Well, why not have 9 DH spots?
Doesn't mean the fielders can't play those hitter spots. If they want to play both ways, they can.
Exactly. So, let's say you have a guy who's just amazing at defense, and they can't hit for anything. Okay, we're going to have this guy over here that can't play defense to save his life. He's going to hit for the guy that plays defense. You double the size of the league as far as roster goes, basically, potentially. But, you probably end up with a better game as a result, because then you end up with a team that can play defense and score. Unless you're the Pirates, which you don't pay anybody, you don't keep anybody, and then, you have a team that can't hit or play defense, but,
Now, let's ask a purely hypothetical question. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
They do exactly what you're proposing. You have just like in the NFL, you have an offense and a defense, and right? You have a fielding team. Let's just say, by some miracle, there is a strictly fielding player or strictly hitting player, for that matter. We're assuming a guy doesn't play both ways. Either way, right?
Mm-hmm.
He's lucky enough to have a good enough career playing one way that he plays 2,633 consecutive games. Do you consider him the new Iron Man of baseball since he only played one way? Cal Ripken played both? I'm just asking it purely.
Yes and no. Yes and no. Because, yes, with an asterisk. And that's where the no is. Because it's like, this was achieved in a different era type thing. Just like, you know,
I'm not making this about protecting Cal's record. I'm just throwing out a purely hypothetical.
right, no, but like, to me it's the same thing with like,
The home run record.
well, I mean, Bond's played for National League teams his whole career, so, but it's just.
But here's the thing. I don't want to hear for the next 5 years now, oh, Aaron Judge is the American League leader in all-time home runs, because when have we ever done that? When has anybody ever talked about, oh, this guy's the National League leader in all-time home runs versus the... It's always been, this guy's the Major League leader.
Mm-hmm.
Like, if they start doing that because they're trying to wipe Bonds and McGuire and Sosa out to honor Judge, I'm going to be pissed. Because we've never done that before.
No. Yeah, well, they'll do what they'll do, and that's what they'll do.
See what I mean? I'm winning by 6 without my best player.
There you go.
Froggy's got a gun.
No, I don't. Excuse me?
You're excused.
Dude, Smith's is huge.
Rick Schmitz.
Yeah.
I think he clocked in at or came in at 7'1" or 7'2". Froggy is the man. The one thing that does bother me, like, I haven't experienced it so much in this game yet, because I haven't had this situation, but, like, in the real life NBA, if you have a truly elite defender, like a guy like a Gary Payton on my Sonics, or we were talking about Marcus Smart earlier, those guys, like I told you, I told you, the Celtics would always put Marcus Smart on LeBron James. Generally speaking, you don't do that because of the height differential and the wingspan differential.
Right.
But the truly elite defenders can make up for that.
Right.
But the problem is, this game has never done a good job of, like, getting around that. So it's almost like you can't do it, if you get what I'm saying.
I get it.
Like, if I put if I'm playing as Boston and I'm playing the Lakers and I put Marcus Smart on LeBron James, LeBron James will probably eat him alive. If the Celtics put him on LeBron James in real life, I'm not going to say LeBron James is. I'm not going to say he's going to hold LeBron James scoreless. Nobody holds any truly elite NBA player scoreless. But he's going to have a bad game. You know, either with his shooting percentage, he's going to turn. You know what I mean? But in this game, I guarantee you, he would just completely destroy. I'm up by 12.
There you go.
The biggest thing is the wingspan. Because oddly enough, I've seen shorter players have at different times have a slightly bigger wingspan than taller players because, well, their arms are longer, I guess.
Yeah.
I'm up 32-18. I have a 16-point lead and they have 18 points.
Nice.
My lead is almost as many points as they've scored. Matter of fact, if I score here, my lead will be as many points as they've scored. I guess I chose a good game to bench my best player.
Tonight. Smart, tough, unselfish, excellent find by Gary Payton. Nifty move. And it's blocked. Here's Cage. Saw the 10 points last game. They double up Pierce. Johnson kicks to Payton. Shot clock at 6. Pierce for 3. That one doesn't drop. Now Sacramento takes it the other way. They come in fresh off a win against the Warriors.
And how about the reserves showing up and giving the starters extra support? I was really impressed by that.
Well, we talk about the importance of depth often. They exemplify how crucial having this is during this game.
One shot on the way. Rebound by the Sonics. Just got one on the way here tonight. Outside Pierce. 2 points. That one goes. Pierce has got 6.
I'm up 40 to 20. They have 20 points. I have a 20-point lead.
Inside. Corners one. The basket good off the assist from Simmons. He has 6.
Can I say it, Frog?
Oh no, don't say it. No, 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 no. Oh, no, no, no. Don't say it.
I was so confident. I was so confident about benching my star player, though. I even put him in the. I didn't even put him on the bench. I literally sat him. So if the game were to get close, I couldn't even bring him in off the bench if I needed to. Well, to be fair, I said I figured if I was gonna do it, I might as well do it right. Phoenix got some suns.
Outside for Richmond. And stolen by Payton. This is a dimension. Richmond. And it's Tisdale with the rebound. The Kings trail by 18. Outside Simmons. He misses from 15. And the shot goes down.
It's like the great use there, feeling out the situation and then hitting from mid-range.
Johnson in the corner. Back to Payton. They set the pick. It's Pierce on the wing. It's over Richmond. Seattle missing again. And Simmons has got the ball here for the Kings. It's a 16-point game. And guys, this is the first they're seeing of the Supersonics this year. Benjamin the post to Payton. On the wing, Johnson fires from deep. And it's Tisdale with the rebound. Tisdale's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Now here's Payton. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against San Antonio.
And his playmaking was fantastic as well.
It's Pierce on the wing. To end the cold streak. That's it. Coming off an assist from Payton. Pierce has got 4 points in the quarter. The Kings trail by 18. Oh, and they need a basket in the worst way.
I think they're forcing things right now, and it's why their offense looks so pedestrian.
Benjamin the pass to Gill. Pierce with it. Guarded by Webb. Pass to Benjamin. The feed to Johnson. Got it. And he's now 3 for 5 from the field.
Well, we know he's got great peripheral and court vision there. He's passing
I'm trying to get Kukoc at 30 points, so I'm just putting up threes with him.
You don't have to do that. He's a good mid-range shooter. He can do it. He can do it all. He's a really good player. I mean, if the Bulls hadn't had Scottie Pippen, he probably would have been a lot bigger star in the league. I want to try that with Gary Payton with my Sonics because Payton was one of the best defensive players of his generation. He was sort of this generation's Marcus Smart. I want to try that, like with the next time with my next game, because I do have him on the best scorer on the Kings. But I want to try next time that team has a dominant scorer that's not. I'm not talking about a center. I'm talking about like a even if that dominant player is a forward or even a power forward. I want to try putting Gary Payton on that player, see if, just like in the past, even though you can do it in real life, that they get abused.
Is there a way to see how many dunks the player has in the game?
I don't think that. If there was, it would be in like the box score, but.
Oh yeah, there is. Yeah, dunks too. Okay, cool. That's cool.
Is it actually in the box score?
Yeah. It's right there. It's right there.
Oh, okay. I wasn't being completely serious. I didn't know. I didn't.
Now you know.
And knowing's half the battle.
G.I. Joe.
Did you like that cartoon?
Back in the day, sure.
You know, it runs 24 hours on YouTube.
Yeah?
Yeah. You just look up Hasbro on YouTube, and it runs 24, and it runs live 24/7.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
There we go. Joe should have 3 dunks now. Yep. That's what I needed for him.
Joe who?
Fred Jones, I think it is. Fred
Oh.
Jones.
I thought you might have been saying Joe Smith.
No. Cartwright still needs to get up to 20 points in the paint. And Kukoc still needs to get 30 points yet. So.
Now, getting back to the whole load management thing, though, like, look, guys like Cal Ripken and a handful of other guys that played every game or almost every game are, even when they were playing, they were few and far between.
Oh,
I recognize that every player needs a night off.
Really? You think? I mean, even Cal had nights off, and they were just nights off that everybody else had off.
You know what I mean, smartass. And let's face it, and Cal's all but come out and said this in different interviews. Him playing every day probably actually hurt his offensive stats
Well, yeah, that's
because
what
he
given.
wasn't as rested as.
Yeah.
And I'll be the first one to tell you, I love Cal, but there were probably times during that streak where he was playing bad enough that he probably should have been sitting. I just held him to 31 points in the first half.
There you go.
Not the first quarter, the first half.
There you go. That's good.
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't be disappointed by that.
No. Mom, I don't want to go on vacation with you because Tom Brady's coming to town. I would die. I think I would die of laughter if he actually said that to his mother.
At least he'd be being honest.
Hey, he's the one that jokingly said when he first heard that was a possibility, he was like, I wonder if I can get my mom to change the trip.
Yeah.
I mean, I know he was kidding.
Right.
At least I think he was. I tell you what, though, NBA tickets are expensive.
Yeah. If the Pirates had an NBA team, the tickets would be cheap because nobody would want to see them.
Don't you mean Pittsburgh? Not the Pirates. Don't you mean Pittsburgh?
No, I mean the Pirates. Because, you know. So, technically, I mean Bob Nutting. If Bob Nutting had a basketball team, the tickets would be cheap because, you know, there'd be no stars.
Gotcha.
Now, is points in the paint on the box score.
That's the painted area in front of the basket.
Yeah. That's generally what the paint is, yeah.
Okay.
I should make that the only part on my floor that's not painted and be like, well, that's not the paint. There's no paint there. No, points in the paint is not a actual stat on the box score. So,
but you can look at the shot chart.
there's a shot chart.
Yeah. Under game stats, you should be able to see. The last thing you should see is shot chart. At least there's a shot chart during franchise mode. I don't know why there wouldn't be for my team.
Maybe on the player card.
No, do you have anything that says game stats?
Yeah, that's in the box score. And then so if I go to the player card, I can go look at the shot chart. Yeah.
But that's the season shot chart. What if you're looking at the player card? What I'm saying is under game stats, underneath box score, there should see something that says shot chart.
No, there's no shot chart under the box score, but there is in the player chart, in the player card.
Okay.
So, And yeah, it does say season, but
But see,
it's for just this game, so
I'm not being
that
funny.
works.
How are you looking at my stream?
No, I don't have your
Okay.
stream up.
Okay.
This is what he brings to your team. The ability to turn misses into makes. Kind of second chance points.
Peyton kicks to Pierce for the three. That's in, coming off an assist from Peyton. Peyton's got assist number 11 for him here tonight.
Can't leave him open for deep. To at least get a hand on him.
Like I said earlier, it's hard to
I got
have
it.
everything
Now Webb.
going all at the same time here.
Richmond outside.
I will put your stream on. I forgot about that. My bad.
No, I was just going to show you something. I was just going to try to show you what I was talking about.
Well, now I have your stream on.
So see under game stats, I don't know if this is the same with my team. You have box score, player comparison, team comparison, scoring summary, and then shot chart. Which
Nope, shot chart's not there on this one.
okay,
And another great look.
Oh, wait, yeah, it is. My bad.
Double-digit deficit. They're going to have to play better. They need this kind of aggressive play.
Player team.
Consider in the upcoming draft classes, like the possibility of a high school player making a jump right to the NBA.
We've seen it before, although it's rare. Not sure how it's the right move. A few might try. Let's keep our eyes open in the near future.
Johnson, he's checked
It's
in.
only showing there.
it shouldn't because if you look at my screen again, it should show both teams.
Oh, okay. I have to go over to my team.
And you can change it from the team to an individual player.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Well, I hadn't found what I wanted through the player card anyhow, but I got it. So,
Oh.
yeah.
Richmond against Peyton.
Just trying to help.
So now. Oh, I appreciate it. I do. You know that.
He's got 6. Here's Webb. Offline with the 3. So it's Johnson who brings the ball up for the Supersonics.
Oh, Cartwright committed a foul.
A lot of contact there, but he gets the call. And we'll shoot 2.
And that was a foul, no question about it.
He deserved to go the line after that hit.
And now we'll get perspective here as how the game has been going for the Supersonics. And both free throws.
Hombre. Hombre, hombre.
5 of 8 shots to fall for them in the third quarter.
65 to 41.
Feeds it to Richmond. Over Peyton. And Pierce leads Richmond on the assist by Spudwell. Webb scores 5th assist in this one. Here's Peyton. He's got 2. On the wing, Johnson. Seattle missing again.
Great execution with that. Happy that they had that chance.
Johnson against Simmons. There's a good screen. Pass to Tisdale. Richmond against Pierce. Richmond no good. Seattle leading by 22. Outside, Peyton. High post, Johnson. Shoots over Webb. Johnson gets the bucket. Johnson's got 10 points.
Well, Johnson has his feet ready now. He's shot prepared. All he needs is the ball.
Right there, desperate to find a basket.
They're having a really hard time out there.
Hombre, hombre.
7th make in 8 attempts. A scorching 88%. Seattle has won 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming off the break. Peyton with a nice touch off the glass. He's got 14.
Yeah, Greg Payton is simply a do-it-all guard, coach. I mean, his stats should reflect on that tonight.
I have 3 watchers.
There you go.
What I need to get you to start doing is hitting that like button. No, just kidding.
Dislike. Got it. I'm kidding, of course.
I know. Trust me, I felt bad even saying that. But I know that is what the algorithm looks for.
What the? Why are you not dunking, Curry? I know you can do it. I know it's possible.
That's a bit of a stretch.
I need to see if I can find me a limitless guy that can dunk. Curry to Curry to Curry to Curry.
When I first started streaming, like, like, I'm talking about, like, not tonight, I'm just saying when I first got into streaming and really started understanding, like, how to get people to watch you and whatnot. Well, actually, when I first started streaming, I just turned on the stream thing on the PlayStation, didn't understand anything about Twitch, YouTube, didn't understand about putting hashtags or anything. I just was like, cool, I got an option to stream off street, you know. But when I first started to understand what streaming was, and one of the funniest pieces of advice one of the funniest things I ever heard about getting viewers is you should never have a 0 view count, because you can always bring up your own stream on a cell phone, tablet. So I generally always do that.
Right.
Can I say it now, Frog? I'm up by 28.
Nope, can't say it. You're only up by 28? Jeez, what you been doing?
I feel like I'm playing.
You should be up by 40 by now.
I feel like I'm playing on semi-pro.
Right?
What's the NBA record for least points scored in a game in the shot clock era?
According to SportsBrief, lowest scoring NBA game in the shot clock era. On the 27th of February 1955, the Boston Celtics versus Milwaukee Bucks match recorded the fewest points since the inception of the shot clock.
Good Lord, 62-57. I might be able to hold the Kings to under 57. I'd have to have a really good last 15 minutes. But is it possible the way that I've been playing defense? Sure. Is it likely? No. It's the eye of the tiger.
Meow. That tiger?
And for the record, I don't think any of the Rocky movies were bad. I mean,
Really? 5 was bad.
I don't think it was bad. I would say it's the worst of the franchise, but I don't think it was a bad movie.
It was definitely a bad Rocky movie, I'll put it that way.
Well, that's what I said. It was the worst of the franchise. What really hurt that movie was the fact that they couldn't get Don King to agree to play that role that I don't know who the actor was that played the role, but the promoter that stole Tommy away from Rocky.
Yeah.
That part was written for Don King, but he wouldn't do it. That's why the character that ended up being had mannerisms of Don King and acted like Don King, but obviously it wasn't Don King.
Yeah. Okay. Kukoc got all his points. Time to end this.
Well, by 30.
There you go.
Can I say it?
No.
They're down by 30, and yet they're holding for the last shot like they have the lead. Like, dude, you need points. Why are you holding? The eye of the tiger. Damn, the computer took out all my starters and put in my bench. My whole bench. Like, I'm talking about players I rarely
You didn't
ever.
even know we're on the team, huh?
I mean, why not? I'm up 30. So do you think it's time to up the All-Star?
What's that?
You think it's time to up the All-Star or just chalk this up as one bad blowout?
Just a normal bad blowout.
It's the eye of the tiger. I definitely picked a good game to rest Kemp.
There you go.
So if you don't do it quickly, get that resume refreshed.
So how would you approach it, John?
Getting those agendas done. Oh yeah.
Factors here, the way you could, as a coach, go.
I would say that when you're in a meeting with your owner and general manager and they're telling you how they have great patience and they want to see you build this,
I kind of want that Pippin card, but a lot of people are saying it's sucky.
you say to yourself, I've got to win games right away. Nothing to try and be opposite of those guys, but they sometimes have short memories when it gets to the end of the year and the fans are impatient, the media's on you. They make a change rather than remember that long-term plan they talked about.
How's that for an answer? Right back with the dunk.
I think Sacramento is giving up on this game too because I don't see any of their starters in the game.
That's the case. Has to come.
I mean, I guess it makes sense at a certain point. You just got to accept tonight is not my night.
Here's King. For the ball and gets the second chance bucket.
Getting rewarded for all his work down low.
That's what they want from him. If he goes unchecked on the glass, they'll end up with a lead like this.
Limitless.
And we're about 3.5 minutes into the
Oh, wait, no. I need to do, what, maximum buyout.
4 of 8 in this fourth quarter.
Try and keep it under 1,500 if I can?
To the right wing.
Nope. That ain't gonna happen.
King inside.
2,000? Nope.
Inside. Left.
Nope.
The assist from Thompson.
Impressive anticipation on the lead pass. Putting it right on
Whew.
Here's Barrow. Fires from the line. And that goes.
So I got another.
Tricking the defender with the shot fake. This is how it's done.
For Sacramento, they've gone 2 of 7 from the field.
You have a better chance of Pete Rose being in MLB The Show 20. I guess we would be at 23, right? The new one?
5 years since the NBA.
Because we had.
Yeah, 23.
So yeah, you have a better chance of Pete Rose being in MLB The Show 23 than you do of the White Rabbit being Ryback.
Scotty Barnes.
Great young player. Going to be a star in this. It's only his second year in the league, but he had a great rookie year. He won Rookie of the Year. As long as he stays healthy, going to be a great player. I mean, I didn't see enough of him last year to say this is.
Ooh, wow, yeah, he's rated. Oh, this card of his is rated pretty good. All A's except 3-pointing. 3-pointing is B-.
Rebounded by the Supersonics.
It's been my experience in this game. You don't want to shoot threes with anybody that doesn't have a B+ or better.
Fires from 18.
Yeah, on pro, I'd say that's probably true.
King's got 4 points now in the quarter.
On semi-pro, you can hit threes with a C or a D,
To the wing on the left.
probably.
Hit some with Shaq.
I came close.
18 feet. For Seattle, they've gone only 6 of 14 for the field in the fourth. Pass to Barrows.
Hey, you took all my starters out of the game.
Down low, stolen. And up the court come the Kings on the break.
Man, I got all my scrubs in the game that never play.
Grabs the miss. Kings got his 5th rebound in this one.
With the exception of one guy.
Here's Barrows.
Tua tags, Bua begs.
He's on time.
Contact, and he'll go to the line for 2.
Oh, make it to the church on time. Make it to the church on time.
Amish, I'm winning 97-65.
How much time left?
5 minutes, 29 seconds.
Kings, they're shooting a
Go out,
Scotty
City.
Barnes.
Simmons on the wing.
I only allowed 31 points in the first half.
They set the pick. Pulls it from the elbow. And that's out of
Oh,
bounds.
my bid's not higher than the maximum. Interesting. Or not higher than the current. There we go. 7,000.
So it looks like the Kings will retain possession here.
It's worth at least 7,000.
$7,000.
I don't think you can retract any bids once you place them, though. That's what bothers me on here.
Here's against Simmons. Floats one up.
So, since we were talking a little bit about Rocky earlier, and Frog and I were talking a little bit about Rocky just before you came back on,
Oh, yeah?
what did you think of all the Rocky references in Cobra Kai?
Oh, yeah, there were a few, weren't there?
Yeah. Because if I can change, and you can change.
We all can change.
I think somebody should play that for Putin.
There you go. He's probably not in the American cinema.
Are
you-
Allen's NBA 75 jacket.
Are you kidding me? I heard he sits there and does nothing but watch Stranger Things.
Nice.
It's deflected.
It was his idea to put Russia in the show.
There you go. 7.
That's the
A 3-point shooter that probably doesn't ever get enough credit for how good he was behind the arc. Because that's basically all he ever did was Dana Barros.
Yes.
The pass to Pierce. Here's Barrows. Takes the three.
Oh, I forgot to ask you. Can Barnes dunk?
Yes.
Burns?
Scotty Barnes,
Barnes.
Oh, Barnes. Yeah, Scotty Barnes.
Simmons got his fourth assist.
the reigning defending, as Paul Heyman would say, the reigning defending Rookie of the Year.
Undisputed.
Heavyweight Rookie of the Year.
His athleticism's an A+, basketball IQ A+, rebounding A, post defense A, perimeter defense A.
I have to be honest with you, I'm a little surprised that basketball IQ is that high only because he's only a second-year player.
Yeah.
You would
Potential is A-, overall is A-. But yeah, he's like...
so basically that card's basically already saying he's already met his potential.
Yeah.
Because if you're saying the card's an A-, his potential's an A-, then well,
Yeah.
well, I guess because you're not really worried about growth when you're talking about a card and a.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, everything's A- or better except for 3-point scoring on him. So that's pretty good. He's probably one of the worst Limitless cards by that definition, though, of like, if people want 3-point shooters out of the Limitless pack.
I'm gonna say it, Frog. There's only 2
Don't
minutes
you
left.
dare. Oh, there's only 2 minutes left? Okay, say it.
It's over, ladies and gentlemen. To quote Kenny Smith when after he saw Vince Carter's dunk.
Would you say Elvis has left the building?
Warm up the bus, Mr. Bus Driver.
So, I'm going to put this out into the universe now because, especially with Amish, I know it takes them a while to decide on things.
Yes, sometimes.
Now, it's getting ready to be October, and I'm asking you about something for February.
Rocktober. Asking for February. Okay.
With the understanding that neither one of you two are casual NBA fans at best.
Yes.
I would like to.
Extremely these days.
I would like you to at least consider watching the All-Star Saturday night, like the slam dunk contest and the three-point shooting contest.
Ah, yes. Always a highlight. I mean,
Potentially.
it's gotten
And
more
maybe the
and
skills
more,
competition.
Yeah, it's gotten more and more kind of
Arcadey.
same old thing, you know,
Yeah, the slam dunk.
as the years have gone by. But yeah, it's still, you know, something that's.
I'm just putting, because like I said,
Yeah.
this game and how good it is has renewed my interest in the NBA. So I'm probably going to be paying more attention to the season than I used to.
Nice.
Even when I didn't pay attention to the season, I always watched NBA Saturday night. It would be cool to have.
Okay.
It would be cool to have people to watch it with.
Nice. Oh yeah, I definitely could do that.
And I know Frog's off on weekends now, so he's got no excuse.
As you said, you know, tinkering with the game definitely does give you thoughts and questions about people. And as I've said, I had 22. You know, still have it, of course, but so you know, I've seen a lot of the players and wonder about this guy or that guy. Especially when it comes to the dunk contest and this gentleman that came from the G League to the Rockets, it seems to be so good. His name escapes me right now, but
Give me a year, I'd probably be able to tell you the name because, like I said, I'm just like I didn't ever hate the NBA. I just kind of and I always kept track of the Magic and I always kept track of the Celtics,
Sure.
but I didn't follow it as in depth as I used to. I'm going to try to start getting back.
nice.
And just so you know, Frog, if we watch NBA Saturday night, it usually starts at like 7 or 8 o'clock and goes till. Last year it went to almost midnight because I got to do the player introductions and they have if they cut out all the fluff, it probably would. They could probably cut an hour off of it, but. I don't know. I don't think I won by enough. 114 to 82.
Yeah, do better next time.
You know, the funny thing is, I benched Sean Kemp for load management, so I didn't even play Sean Kemp in this game.
Oh, okay.
Clearly, I didn't need him. 5 steals.
You probably have a lot more VC than I do.
I don't even know how to see how much VC I have.
VC.
It's right in the main menu usually, or at least it is on the main menu of my team, rather.
So remember how I told you I had to replay that Sonic or that Kings game for some reason because it kept kicking me? There must be something corrupt with this file because it did the same thing again.
No, what?
Oh, okay, it saved it this time. Thank God. So where do I go to see how much VC I have? Not that it matters.
Team, it'll show you in my team for sure.
Don't I have to do some kind of tutorial thing since I've never opened up my team?
What?
You have to do a tutorial.
Do I have to do a tutorial thing or?
Why would you do a tutorial? There is no tutorial.
Good.
It just throws you right in. You have no idea what, like, it throws you in and literally tells you nothing of what to do.
There you go. That's what we need. Do what we want, man.
I think it makes you pick a starting card, but Well, it's like nothing.
Come on, I don't want to
Because
watch
you can
the...
get all 3 of them.
Display. Alright, let's find the number.
I don't want to play a game. I want to see, just be able to see my VC. Why am I opening a vault?
I swear, if you get the like vote card that I don't have, I'm mad.
John. Pick one. I'll take Embiid, I guess.
J.A. Morant's probably the best choice from what people have been saying. I was happy with going with Embiid though, so.
Jaden Hardy, good young player. Why do I gotta open up all these packs just to see how much VC I have?
Because
I didn't realize it gave you that many packs.
buy the top edition or game or something.
No.
Just flip them all and you can get through them faster.
Mike Brown.
Duo drop. Sorry.
T-Dumbs. Let's just go here.
Damn, I don't have enough spaces. I was gonna say because Frog said so.
Cause reasons.
Their team name White Rabbit.
We're really glad that you're a friend.
Apparently, Frightful Select has said that what the White Rabbit is Bray.
I think the White Rabbit's Amish. I think that's why he's leaving. I think.
Yes, he'll be gone during Extreme Rules, right? Like when's Extreme Rules?
Not this Sunday. I think it was. Actually, maybe it is. No, it's not this Sunday. I think it's next Sunday. Oh, come on. I don't want to do all this. I just...
Excuse me.
I mean, I played a lot of games, and I get like 1,000 VC per game, so...
Holy freak. You get that much per game? I need to start doing season mode.
There you go.
Jeez.
Bring the Frogs custom team to life. Let's do it.
What is this now? Wheel spin?
Just hit circle.
Back? Okay.
I don't know why you win the clutch time.
It took me there.
Take me there. I am now creating Mike Allstott.
Alright, well, I guess I can't see
Oh, jeez.
my
That's
VC.
stupid. It makes you play a clutch time game, I guess.
Yeah, that's not happening.
The clutch time's fun, though. It's just a race to 21.
I'm not a racy person. Yeah, I was going to give Gary Payton off, but when I see he's going to be going against John Stockton, no. Sorry, Gary, you don't get off.
Yes, you need the glove against Stockton.
Yes. Sorry there, Mr. Gary Payton, man.
Oh, he going to be mad and demand to get traded?
Probably.
I do like the Seattle Supersonics uniform.
Isn't that nice?
Yeah, that's why I said in some ways it kind of reminds your uniform's kind of.
Yeah.
And I hope the new Twins logo is going to be cool, not something stupid.
I thought didn't they reveal it yet?
Not yet. I think it'll be announced in the spring, I think. Could be wrong.
Maybe they're gonna go with too hot. Maybe it's the Bella Twins. You can look, but you can't touch.
That's actually kind of a cool idea. To do a custom Twins team with the Bella Twins as your logo. You didn't have that theme song, yeah?
Yeah, because you don't want to touch Byron Buxton, otherwise he'll break.
Right.
Oh, whoops.
Yeah, you're right. You're not lying. 5, no, 3.
The truth speaker has spoken.
Joliet, Illinois.
Alright, I got all of my Kerr, and Jones dunks.
Custom Dukes. Duke and custom.
Fred Jones needed to get 3 dunks a game with him. And Curry needed 10 assists a game.
So one thing I've learned defensively on this frog, if you set your defense on whoever the point guard is to tight and smother and really make it hard for him, whoever the point guard is, that's going to help you, because if he can't facilitate the rest of the team, then,
Nice. You know what sucks? I missed out on 250 XP by wasting away my Giannis free agent card without realizing I was wasting them.
Wasted away again in Margaritaville.
I wonder if there's a way to, contact them and ask, could I get that card back, since I didn't realize it would disappear? But
You better study the rules next time, is what they'll say to you.
I would say to you,
Probably.
contact 2K support, but they've been hacked, remember?
okay. That's what you said. Okay, Kukoc and Cartwright.
Couple big bulls.
They both need points. hurt right in the paint and Kukoc just in general. So let's go to my team lineups.
My side goal here
Best available
with the
Kukoc.